winter and blue. I'm standing on the corner, waiting just for you. The collar of my trench coat is pulled up high underneath the weeping artificial sky. The diner sign is flickering, buzzing in the rain, a cinematic backdrop for a quiet, gentle pain. I check my heavy watch as the traffic rolls by, a solitary shadow with a beautiful alibi. The physical world is rushing to get warm, but I'm standing perfectly inside the heavy storm. I don't mind the water and I don't mind the chill, because the thought of you makes the universe still. I'm just a neon silhouette in the velvet dark, holding on tightly to the analog spark. A neon silhouette painted in the wet, a beautiful picture I will never forget. The edges are soft and the colors are blurred, waiting patiently for your quiet spoken word. The trumpet whispers a relaxing slow line, untangling the heavy knots along my spine. I see a pair of headlights cutting through the gray, washing the isolation completely away. The car pulls up and the window rolls down, the absolute finest moment in this cynical town. A vintage devotion, perfectly clear. I have everything that I need right here. Let the hour hand melt on the broken dial. Let's just stay lost for a beautiful while. A steady combustion, incredibly sweet, making the midnight completely complete. I'm just a neon silhouette in the velvet dark, holding on tightly to the analog spark. A neon silhouette painted in the wet, a beautiful picture I will never forget. The edges are soft and the colors are blurred, waiting patiently for your quiet spoken word. Silhouette, 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 washing the pain.
Pressure is building outside of the door. The chaotic oceans are starting to roar. I see the exhaustion pulling you down, a heavy weight in the cynical town. You've been fighting the battles for far too long. Let me step up and sing you a song. Rest your tired head on my shoulder. victory and a sweet reward. I'm wearing the armor so you can be free, an analog shield in the digital sea. We don't need to run and we don't need to hide, as long as I'm standing right by your side. A vintage courage, deep and true. My entire universe revolves around you.
Try to put a heavy lock on the door, telling myself I didn't need any more. I drew a line in the middle of the sand and told my heart to follow the command. But you smiled at me in the fading light, and suddenly everything was beautifully right. The logic circuit started melting away, and I forgot all the things I wanted to say. It's a quiet river that is breaking the dam, changing the center of the person I am. I thought I was immune to the analog spell, but I'm falling deep in the wishing well. I can't stop this feeling washing over me, like a gentle wave on a velvet sea. Can't stop this feeling, soft and bright, taking me over in the middle of the night. I'm dropping the armor, I'm giving it in, letting the beautiful magic begin. The synthesizer hums a delicate tune under the glow of a pastel moon. I'm perfectly happy losing control, surrendering the keys to my quiet soul. Every time you look in my direction now, I'm making a silent and eternal vow to let the current take me where it will, as long as you are standing with me still. No use fighting the magic begin. Can't stop it now, and I don't want to. Can't stop it now, I'm falling for you.
I used to look out at the neon street, looking for rhythm from my restless feet. I thought the treasure was a distant star, hidden in the corner of a crowded bar. I chased the illusions and the empty thrills, running myself ragged on the highest hills. But I came back home with a heavy sigh, and finally looked you straight in the eye. The static is breaking, the signal is clear. The greatest miracle is sitting right here. I dropped the map and I dropped the chase, finding my heaven in your quiet face. I don't have to search the universe tonight. You're already mine in the amber light. Already mine, a vintage design, a beautiful truth that is finally fine. I was looking for silver in the empty cold, while holding a pocket completely full of gold. The saxophone whispers a steady low note. I swallow the foolishness caught in my throat. We sit on the sofa and we watch the rain, washing away all the residue of pain. No more pretending, no more heavy lines, no more reading the artificial signs. You are the anchor, you are the shore. I don't need to wander the earth Let the cynics talk and let the skeptics stare. I'm breathing the magic in the midnight air. A quiet revolution, soft and deep, a beautiful promise I am gonna keep. I don't have to search the universe tonight. You're already mine in the amber light. Already mine, a vintage design, a beautiful truth that is finally fine. I was looking for silver in the empty cold, while holding a pocket completely full of gold.
incredibly free. I'm looking at the Polaroids we took on the beach, a beautiful paradise that feels out of reach. You had the sunglasses pushing up your hair without a single residue of worry or care. If the calendar was a machine I could break, I know the exact decision I would make. I'd press the heavy button on the stereo deck and leave behind a freezing modern wreck. I want an August rewind back to the sun when the beautiful magic had only begun. An August rewind in the tangerine glow with absolutely nowhere else we needed to go. I'll trade all the silver and the winter gray just to live inside that summer day. The synthesizer hums a happy upbeat track, and I know there is absolutely no going back. But the memory is vivid and the colors are bright, illuminating the shadows of the winter night. We drank cheap soda and we watched the tide with nothing left for treasure of gold, a beautiful story that never gets old. As long as I am your midnight girl, a steady connection that nothing can break, the sweetest dream when I'm wide awake. When I'm with you, the universe is right. Everything is bathed in a golden light. When I'm with you, the static disappears. Down a digital stream with you, with you. I have no fear.
Or the heavy paint. We didn't make a promise on a crowded street. We found a different way to make it all complete. I recorded a melody from the radio dial, hoping it would bring you a beautiful smile. I passed the plastic box across the schoolyard grass, watching the heavy cynical hours pass. You listened to the lyrics in your darkened room, chasing away the artificial heavy gloom. You recorded your answer on the very next track, and that was the moment we were never turning back. This is a magnetic love story, wild and true, painted in the shades of the indigo blue. A magnetic love story, spinning in the dark. Fueled in the fire of the analog spark. We didn't need the silver, and we didn't need gold. We had a beautiful story that never gets old. The synthesizer plays a triumphant slow hum. We're marching to a singular vintage drum. We built an entire language out of synths and bass, a telepathic wire in the empty space. Every time the ribbon stretched or the audio popped, it was just another moment that the heavy world stopped. A sanctuary built in a plastic cassette of vintage magic that I cannot forget. Let the modern world swipe on the digital screens. We're the absolute rulers of the analog scenes. A permanent tether, solid as stone. We're never walking this planet alone. This is a magnetic love story, wild and true, painted in the shades of the indigo blue. A magnetic love story, spinning in the dark. Fueled about the fire that lights up the sky, a sudden explosion that dazzles the eye, the dramatic romance that burns fast and bright and leaves you completely alone in the night. I used to chase after the dangerous sparks, wandering blindly through the empty parks, but the lightning fades and the ashes fall, leaving a heavy and an empty wall. I don't want a firework that crashes and dies. I want the steady light inside of your eyes, a quiet resistance against the cold, a beautiful story that never gets old. Let the young lovers chase the heavy glow. Our analog hearts are gonna burn slow. Burn slow in the velvet dark, protecting the core of the quiet spark. Built for the winter, built for the rain, a steady warmth that will always remain. The synthesizer plays a hauntingly deep note, a quiet language we silently wrote. We sit by the window and watch the snow fall, protected safely behind the heavy wall. It takes a little patience to build up the heat, to make the geometry truly complete. But the slow burning embers will never decay, keeping the cynical shadows away. We don't have to rush to the end of the tape. We found a perfectly beautiful escape, a vintage devotion, timeless and deep, a beautiful promise we are going to keep. Let the young lovers chase the heavy glow. Our analog hearts are gonna burn slow. Burn slow in the velvet dark, protecting the core of the quiet spark. We're built for the winter, we're built for the rain, a steady warmth that will always remain. Burn slow. Burn slow.
The heater's humming a comforting low drone. I'm sitting in the corner beautifully alone. The city is drowning in a sudden heavy downpour. I don't wanna step out the heavy glass door. I trace the droplets running down the window pane, a silent symphony written by the winter rain. The neon signs are bleeding in a vibrant hue, painting the entire room in pink and blue. The physical storm is raging outside the glass, but I'm just watching the quiet hours pass, insulated safely from the modern cold machine. The most incredible movie that I trumpet whispers a relaxing slow line, untangling the heavy knots along my spine. I hold a cup of coffee to warm my tired hands, traveling through the quiet, isolated lands. The modern world shouts, but I only sigh underneath the weeping artificial sky. A vintage devotion, perfectly clear. I have everything that I need right here. Let the hour hand melt on the broken dial. Let's just stay lost for a beautiful while. A steady combustion, incredibly sweet, making the midnight completely complete. They look like neon tears falling in the dark, fueling the fire of the analog spark. Neon tears glowing soft and slow, watching the gentle midnight rivers flow. I'm not really crying, I'm just perfectly still, basking in the magic of the windowsill. Neon tears. Na-na-na-na-na-na. Neon tears.
The subway train is crowded, loud and gray. Everybody rushing through a heavy day. The faces are a blur of tired eyes underneath the artificial concrete skies. But I just let the foam upon my ears and wash away the modern rushing fears. I press the play button and close my eyes, transported to a world of painted skies. The tape is rolling in a plastic shell, a vintage magic that I know so well. I'm completely insulated from the cold, carrying a pocket entirely full of gold. I've got the music in my pocket heart, keeping the cynical, heavy world apart. Music in my pocket heart, a steady beat, guiding me safely down the crowded street. A private sanctuary, wild and free, a beautiful universe meant just for me. The analog paths swell like a gentle tide, with absolutely nowhere left to hide. I'm walking to the rhythm of a slow bass line, and everything is suddenly perfectly fine. The rain begins to fall on the pavement stone, but I'm not feeling isolated or alone. I got a symphony to keep me warm, a quiet eye inside the modern storm. The sirens wail. I'm riding safely on an analog sail, a masterpiece running on 8 batteries, bringing my restless spirit to its knees. I've got the music in my pocket heart, keeping the cynical, heavy world apart. Music in my pocket heart, a steady beat, guiding me safely down the crowded street. A private sanctuary, wild and free, a beautiful meant just for me.
Pocket heart, pocket heart, pocket heart, where the dreams begin.
Television's flickering blue in a room that's still smelling of you. I'm turning dials on a broken radio, searching for the places where the dreamers go. The wind is cold on the balcony floor. I don't hear your footsteps anymore, just the silence of a digital ghost, the one I think I'm gonna miss the most. I'm sending signals to the empty air, hoping that you find them anywhere, in the static, in the pouring rain, in the rhythm of a lonely train. And I give you all the love I have to give, in this world where we've forgotten how to live. Yeah, I give you all the love, every spark and flame, calling out your memory, whispering your name. All the love in the neon haze. We were giants in a world so small, before the shadows started to grow tall. Hand in hand through the arcade lights, winning every battle on those summer nights. Now the joystick's broken and the screen is dark, trying to find a way to rekindle the spark. But the code is corrupted, the memory is blurred, waiting for a sign or a single word. It's a long way back to 1984, when we had it all and we wanted more. Don't let the frequency fade away. Stay with me for one more day. And I give you all the love I have to give, in this world where we've forgotten how to live. Yeah, I give you all the love, every spark and flame, calling out your memory, whispering your name. All the love in the neon haze. All the love.
all the complicated daytime away. I'm watching the yellow lights pass over the glass, a rhythmic reminder that the hours pass. They paint a brief shadow on the leather and wood, making me feel completely understood. No heavy conversations, no ringing phone, just the absolute beauty of being alone. The outside world is a muted, distant hum. I'm marching perfectly to a silent drum. Dashboard reflections in the middle of the night, guided by the ghosts of the amber light. Dashboard reflections slipping through the blue, a hypnotic journey, looking out for you. I surrender the wheel to the analog dream, floating safely down the digital stream. The synthesizer bends in a lonely sweet sigh underneath the heavy invisible sky. The tape deck is playing a highly muffled track. I know that I am never really turning back. The neon signs flicker from the sleeping motels, escaping the prisons and escaping the cells. I trace the lines of light upon the plastic dial and find myself wearing an invisible smile. Let the hour hand freeze on the glowing clock. I'm turning the key in the midnight lock. A moving sanctuary rolling on the road, taking the pressure off the heavy load. Dashboard reflections in the middle of the night, guided by the ghosts of the amber light. Dashboard reflections slipping through the blue, a hypnotic journey, looking out for you. I surrender the wheel to the analog dream, floating safely down the digital stream. Under the sky. We're sitting in the car, the engine's dead. The silence is heavy with the words we said. You look at the dashboard, I look at the rain, riding the familiar carousel of pain. You tell me you love me, you tell me you care, but the words just evaporate into the air, like a script that you learn from a movie screen, losing the meaning of the in-between. I don't want a beautifully painted lie or a hollow promise underneath the sky. I need a frequency that I can trust before this analog heart turns into dust. If you're gonna say it like you mean it. Show me the fire, make me believe it. partial acting finally stopped. I'm standing here with my spirit bare, waiting to see if you are really there. If you're gonna say it like you mean it. Say it like you mean it. Show me the fire, make me believe it. Make me believe it. Don't just whisper words into the neon blue. Give me the solid, heavy truth of you. Say it like you mean it, or don't say it at all. I need a steady hand before I fall. Like you mean it. Look into my eyes. Like you mean it. No more sweet disguise. The thunder rolls across the distant hill, but inside this room the air is completely still. I see the worry lines upon your face, a heavy burden from the human race. You close your eyes and let out a sigh, watching the heavy modern world go by. You think you have to face the storm alone, sitting upon a solitary throne. But I am standing right beside the bed to chase away the ghost inside your head. The static fades into a velvet hum. The morning light will eventually come. I'll stay with you through the darkest hour, when the shadows grow and the storm clouds lower. I'll stay with you, a steady, quiet light, guiding you safely through the indigo night. No need to be afraid of what is to be. You are completely, perfectly safe with me. The digital clocks are flashing in the dark, but we are protected by a vintage spark. I'll hold your hand until your breathing slows and shield you from the heavy winter blows. You fought so many battles on your own, walking the lonely avenues of stone. But now the analog magic has begun. You don't ever have to try and run. Sleep now, my love. Let the tension release. Float on the gentle rivers of peace. I am the anchor, I am the guard. I know the journey was incredibly hard. I'll stay with you through the darkest hour, when the shadows grow and the storm clouds lower. I'll stay with you, a steady, quiet light, guiding you safely stay with you. The lightning is flashing, a cinematic white. A heavy storm is swallowing the velvet night. The thunder is rattling the window frame, but inside this room we don't know its name. I pull the heavy blanket right up to my chin and let the analog magic slowly begin. The radio is glowing with the silver dial, bringing a quiet and a beautiful smile. The frequency wanders and the signal bends, a quiet message that the universe sends. The sound of the weather and the sound of the machine, the absolute safest place I've ever been. I'm listening to the static and the raindrops fall, building a heavy and an invisible wall. Static and raindrops, a beautiful sweet duet, the finest symphony that I have ever met. The outside world is a chaotic cold sea, but it's perfectly warm right here for you and me. The synthesizer plays a heavenly slow chord, a quiet surrender and a sweet reward. The DJ is speaking in a whispery tone, telling me that I am not entirely alone. The white noise rushes like an analog tide, with absolutely nowhere for the spirit to hide. A vintage sanctuary made of plastic and wire, burning with a quiet and a beautiful fire. Let the wind howl and the branches break. I have a beautiful analog path to take, a masterpiece painted in silver and gray, washing the modern heavy logic away. I'm listening to the static and the raindrops fall, building a heavy and an isn't any anger in the room, just a quiet and familiar gloom. The tape is reaching the end of the reel. We both know exactly how we feel. It's a beautiful tragedy we played, watching the colors slowly start to fade. There is no easy way to say goodbye. Underneath the heavy purple sky, no easy way to pack the memories and set them drifting on the open seas. We're softly letting go of yesterday, because there simply is no easy way. We tried to fix the glitches in the code, but we're just standing on a broken road. A masterpiece that started falling down in the center of a silent town. I'll keep the Polaroids in a wooden box and change the numbers on the mental locks. A bittersweet conclusion to the song, knowing that it's time for moving on. Don't say you're sorry, don't apologize. I see the gentle truth inside your eyes. We had a season in the golden sun, but now the analog era is done. There is no easy way to say goodbye. Underneath the heavy purple sky, no easy way to pack the memories and set them drifting on the open seas. We're softly letting go of yesterday, because there simply is no easy way. No easy way. No easy way. Pick up the phone, the line is filled with static. The way we talk feels almost cinematic. I'm staring at the rain against the glass, watching all the neon shadows pass. The dial tone is singing a lonely melody, a ghost of who we used to be. I'm holding back the breath I haven't taken, digital world slightly shaken. I'm calling just to say the words tonight before they vanish in the morning light. It's not about the future or the past, just a frequency that's meant to last. I'm calling just to say it, just to say it. Pixels on the screen, a secret message lost in the machine. Maybe it's the timing, maybe it's the tape, looking for a way for us to escape into the rhythm, into the blue. Everything leads me back to you. I'm calling just to say the words tonight before they vanish in the morning light. It's not about the future or the past, just a frequency that's meant to last. I'm calling just to say it, just to say it, just to say it. Just to say it. The line goes cold, the signal's gone. Wait for the break of a digital dawn. Echoes of words, just to say.
Top down, the Pacific is waking up. Coffee's cold in the paper cup, but I don't mind with you by my side. We've been rolling on an all-night ride.
The sky is painted in magenta and gold,
A classic story that never gets old.
I press rewind on the stereo deck, feeling the ocean breeze on my neck. The analog hisses a comforting sound as we leave the neon of the sleeping town.
Magnetic ribbon spinning round and round.
In this little paradise we have found,
Miles behind us,
miles ahead.
forget the things that the real world said.
Just keep the rhythm,
Keep the engine slow.
the cassette tape horizon,
watching the
glorious sun keep rising.
a mixtape memory,
Pure and bright,
chasing the dawn
and escaping the night. Side A is over, flip it to side B. Just you, the music, and the endless sea.
cassette tape horizon,
Wild and free.
no destination, no place to be.
Just the rhythm of the highway and the crashing sea.
Press play on the feelings
We can't deny.
underneath the pastel morning sky.
Driving to the cassette tape horizon,
Watching the glorious sun,
keep rising. A mixtape memory, pure and bright,
chasing the dawn,
and escaping the night. Side A is over, flip it to side B. Just you, the music, and the endless sea.
cassette tape horizon,
Wild and free.
roll the windows down,
Oh, let the tape play out.
chasing the horizon,
Cassette tape, tape horizon. The clouds are gathering in the evening sky. I hear the wind let out a heavy sigh. You're looking nervously out at the street, waiting for the shadows and the rain to meet. You've got a history of fighting alone, turning your beautiful heart into stone. But the rules are different in this neon age. We're writing a completely different page. I'm not a ghost who's gonna fade away with the first light of the breaking day. I'm a steady signal on the radio dial, here to protect your beautiful smile. I'm right here beside you, whatever may come, marching to the beat of a steady drum. Right here beside you, in the pouring rain, ready to share the quiet and the pain. You don't have to carry the weight of the blue. I'm standing right here beside you. We'll drive the car into the heavy storm, the analog heater keeping us warm, the dashboard glowing in a soft green hue, illuminating the beauty of you. Let the thunder crash and the lightning fall. We've built a fortress with a heavy wall, a sanctuary where the world can't reach, a quiet haven on a midnight beach. Hand in hand across the great divide, with nothing left to cover or to hide. A vintage loyalty that never breaks, no matter what the crazy universe takes. I'm right here beside you, whatever may come, marching to the beat of a steady drum. Right here beside you, in the pouring rain,
is spinning in a slow-mo blur. Everything is softer than it were. Can you hear the rhythm in the dark? Every heart beats like a tiny spark, connecting us through the digital air. I can feel your presence everywhere. It's a frequency, it's a soul to soul, something that we can't even control. Just close your eyes and let the feeling grow, deeper than the shadows ever go. Anyone can feel it, the magic in the night, shining like a beacon of a neon light. Anyone can feel it, the pulse within the soul, losing all our senses, losing all control. Just feel it, yeah, feel it. Soft reflections on the window pane, washing all the worries down the drain. We're floating in a sea of velvet blue, doing all the things we love to do. No more pressure, no more heavy heart. We're a masterpiece, a work of art, wrapped in layers of a synthwave dream, floating down a peaceful digital stream. Let the music take you to the place beyond the boundaries of time and space. One love, one vibe, one melody, setting every captive spirit free. Anyone can feel it, the magic in the night, shining like a beacon of a neon light. Anyone can feel it, the pulse within the soul, losing all our senses, losing all control. Just feel it, yeah, feel it. Feel the rhythm. Anyone can feel it, anyone can feel it, anyone can feel it. My friends are buying tickets for the distant flights, looking for the magic in the foreign nights. They chase the horizons and the golden sands, wandering lost in the empty lands. I used to think the treasure was a mile away, hidden in the middle of a different day. But I closed the door and I turned the key, and realized exactly where I need to be. The static is gone, the frequency's right, I'm melting into the evening light. I don't need a passport, I don't need a plane to wash away the residue of pain. There is nowhere else I'd rather be than sitting right here while you're looking at me. Nowhere else in the velvet blue, a vintage universe made for two. The rest of the world can slowly disappear, as long as I know that you are standing here. Got a cup of coffee and a vinyl spin, letting the beautiful analog begin. The synthesizer hums a happy upbeat track, and I know there is no going back. We don't need a castle or a crown of gold, just a quiet story that will never get old. A comfortable silence, a safe retreat, making the victory beautifully complete. Let the magazines sell their impossible lies. I'm reading the truth right here in your eyes. A quiet sanctuary, soft and deep, the sweetest promise I'm gonna keep. There is nowhere else I'd rather be than sitting right here while you're looking at me. Nowhere else in the velvet blue, a vintage universe made for two. The rest of the world can slowly disappear, as long as I know that you are standing here. Nowhere else, I'm finally home. Nowhere else, no longer the physical world is turning off its light, surrendering to the heavy velvet night. We're sitting in a bubble made of glass, watching the chaotic modern hours pass. I don't wanna think about the coming day, or watch these beautiful colors turn to gray. Let the clock stop on the bedroom wall before the heavy morning starts to call. The gravity leaves, the frequency clears, washing away all the daylight fears. A telepathic wire connecting us to a highway of stars leading straight to you. Let's make it forever tonight, bathed in the soft and celestial light. Forever tonight in the quiet glow, with absolutely nowhere else to go. We'll pause the cassette on the sweetest track, and promise that we're never going back. The synthesizer plays a heavenly hum. We're marching to a steady, quiet drum. I see the galaxies reflecting in your eyes, a million beautiful and sweet replies. We've touched the edges of the digital sea and found the core of our geometry. A vintage romance, timeless and deep, a beautiful promise I am going to keep.
let's make it 4.